Hi, today I want to talk about marijuana. What is marijuana? It's a green, brown, or gray mixture of dried, shredded leaves, stems, seeds, and flowers of the hemp plant, also known as grass, pot, 420, and weed, which are the common names for the drug made from the plant Cannabis sativa. The main mind-altering psychotic ingredient in marijuana is THC. Marijuana is the world's third most popular illicit drug, with hundreds of millions of regular users worldwide. 1 in 3 Americans has smoked pot at least once. The Drug Enforcement Agency estimates that Americans smoke 5 million pounds of marijuana each year, and yet marijuana remains largely misunderstood by both its advocates and detractors. In 2001, over 12 million Americans aged 12 and older have used marijuana. Marijuana has scientific evidence that it can relief from nausea, increased appetite, reduction of eye pressure, reduction of muscle pain, and relief from chronic pain, sometimes used to treat symptoms of AIDS, cancer, multiple sclerosis, and other serious conditions. Long-term users of marijuana may become psychologically dependent. They may have a hard time limiting their use. They may need more of the drug to get the same effect, and they may develop problems with their jobs and personal relationships. The drug can become the most important aspect of their lives. The drug war is largely a war on marijuana smokers. In 2009, there were 858,405 marijuana arrests in the United States, almost 90% of them for simple possession, more than the total amount of violent crimes. 13 states now have laws that the residents use marijuana medically. The medical marijuana laws and their enforcements violate our 1st, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, and 10th Amendment. Though the Equitable Sharing Program, the federal government can give the local or state cops up to 80% of a civil seize if it broke a federal law and allowed for forfeiture under federal law, the seizures going directly to the cop, while the federal government gets to keep the other half. Marijuana users are usually given stronger jail sentences. They have also been known to have their bail set a very high amount, with the retainer being higher than others. Some of the things the government can do to you for being convicted or even just accused of marijuana crimes are 80% of property is seized, but may you not even have any formally been charged with a crime. You can lose your driver's license up to 6 months with possession charges. You can lose government benefits like your loans, your grants, and housing. If convicted of some marijuana offense, the state can take your kids even. You can lose your professional license or even get jail time. The Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 federally prohibited it. It was placed in Schedule 1, being that the drug has high potential for abuse. The higher the cocaine, this is higher than cocaine or even heroin. Marijuana is far less dangerous than alcohol or tobacco, and 50,000 people die each year from alcohol poisoning and some 400,000 deaths due to tobacco use. Marijuana is non-toxic and cannot cause death by overdose. Enforcing marijuana prohibition has cost taxpayers an estimated $10 billion annually. Marijuana prohibition causes more problems than it's worth. The jail sentences are stiffer, and the punishment for marijuana use is still not legal. Hopefully one day in the future it will be legalized for those in need for medical purposes. Marijuana is such a controversial subject with many. It has been around for so many years. It's a weed that was put here on this earth from God and is here for a reason. The benefits to it is that it does not have to be made or changed in any way to make it beneficial, unlike alcohol, meth, and other man-made drugs. They have marijuana rated high, making it a very unsafe drug to use, and the jail sentences and the charges are to the extreme, making it one of the most costly drugs to prosecute for the American people. There is just so much information out there on this subject that you can learn even more benefits and the pros and cons are to this illegal drug. I want to thank everybody for taking their time to listen to a very controversial subject and some of the facts presented about it. I do have my visual aids to follow. Thank you.